Nation.
SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first, then you act.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back, Spartan Nation. It's now time for the good, the bad, and the ugly with Spartan Sports with the one, the only, the iconic wonder. The great coach, Chuck Grenier, legendary State of Michigan high school prep football and basketball coach. This man was at the forefront of the wave of fertility clinics. We've shared that in the past. We've shared about everything this guy has done. This guy has been so influential in modern American history that many people do not know he invented the omelet. Thank God for he was the inventor of the omelet. Coach Chuck Grenier. Coach, how are you?
I'm amazed by what I'm able to do, according to you, I guess. So, yeah, I'm doing great.
You need to tell Becky, your beautiful wife, Becky, you need to step up your game because every Monday, Hondo builds my ego for the week.
Well, that's her game is to tear it back down after she hears all this. I guess. So that's the way we roll here, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Coach, I want to dig in with you a little bit, if you don't mind, on a lot of different subjects. I was not surprised that Felton Davis did not get drafted with his injury, but the fact that he ended up at Kansas City is great for him. When he's healthy, I think that guy's going to have a great pro career, and I think the Chiefs stole him.
I believe it too. It's really unfortunate, the Achilles injury and not being drafted on the draft days. It's a tough injury to recover from, and I think he's going to have a great career. He's a great, I would say, maybe a possession receiver, not outstanding or blazing speed down the field, but he has one of those qualities of going out and getting the ball, which really separates him from a lot of receivers.
And in that Andy Reid system, I think he's going to be a star the way they like to throw the football.
Oh yes, I believe that's going to be the case too. Yeah, I think he's going to be real good there in Kansas City.
Khari Willis gets a chance, and he gets drafted by the Colts. Your thoughts on Khari?
That was a steal by the Colts. I thought Khari Willis had an outstanding senior year. I thought he was just great last year. His ability to replace, come up, make stops. I think they got a steal with Khari.
And Justin Lane, the night train Lane, going to Pittsburgh. That's a great fit for him. Great kid, great player.
A lot of teams are going to be upset that they passed on him early on. I think he's rangy. He has good speed, good ball skills. A good pick by Pittsburgh again, getting another Spartan recruit into their system.
I agree. All right, the thought about L.J. Scott going undrafted with his fumbles the year before and not playing a whole lot this year, I was not surprised. Were you?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. He had issues with his shoulder. He had issues with his ankle. I believe he was injured, and then he had the fumbles the year before. I know he wanted to go the year before into the NFL draft, and I know he was anxious to get and test the waters on that one. But I thought that maybe if it was possible, he should have come back for another redshirt year just to have a good, healthy year and show the pros what he could do.
Coach, let's now turn our attention to basketball, where Nick Ward decides to go. Cassius Winston decides he's not even going to go look. You know what? No ill feelings towards Nick. God bless him. Wish him well. He got in no legal trouble here. He took care of his business in the classroom. Good Spartan player. And for anyone that says, well, he made a mistake, I've talked to NBA people that don't think he's going to get drafted, but the draft does not mean he can't get to the league. Look at Charlie Bell. If it's what's best for him, if he doesn't want to do school, then God bless him. I don't hold it against him. Your thought?
I feel the same way. I thought another year would be really beneficial for him, but his game does not really translate into the NBA anymore, where he's just a space underneath, taking up a lot of space, I should say. And that game in there, and being at his height, I think he was 6'8", 6'9", and not a great leaper. I don't think I don't think his game translates to the NBA, but he did a great job here at Michigan State. He wanted to not be in the classroom, and he wanted to test the waters of pro ball. Thank you, Nick, for everything you gave Michigan State, and wish you the best for the future.
I agree. We're talking to the great Coach Chuck Grenier. Coach, I want to talk to you. As you know, we're going to get into this a lot more, but I want to talk about Spartan recruiting for 20. In the state of Michigan, they have, for football, zero traction. Michigan's got big traction. Georgia's got big traction. Nebraska. Even Purdue has significantly more traction in state. I did a War Room article quoting a coach from Detroit. Got another one coming this week. On Monday, it's struggling right now. That's not a good sign.
No, there was an article in either the Free Press or the News the other week, and it was listing the top 10, I believe it was, 2020 recruits for the state of Michigan and what colleges they were interested in. And I don't believe one of them, if I recall it, I don't believe one of them mentioned Michigan State. So that's probably a real concern at this time. What is the perception out there of the top qualities of the high school football recruits in the state of Michigan? And why is it that Michigan State is not being looked at seriously? Is there something that I know that the other colleges recruit hard against Michigan State, and probably the seesawing of the seasons seems to be happening right now for them. But that is a major concern, I would think, at this time.
Well, I can tell you of three or four things that are being used against Michigan State in recruiting, because I'm being told by recruits that this is what they're being told. But first of all, there's a lot of speculation on how long Mark D'Antonio wants to coach. I shared with you a few War Room articles ago that the overwhelming sense among the MSU administration is that at most 2 years, but many believe just this year. He gets a $4 million bonus in January, which he's earned for longevity. Not faulting him for that. He's earned it. The fact that he did not want to fire staff after woeful underproduction. I know they lost traction with a couple of recruits with what they did to Terrence Samuel that were significant recruits. Again, not wanting to make staff changes has greatly hurt them. And then third of all, that Michigan State offense, a lot of coaches have went and said, do you want to go play in that offense? Fourthly is draft. Do you want to get to the draft? Look at guys at your position. Are they getting guys to the pros at your position? So they're taking a hit right now. It's a big one.
Yeah, I know some of those reasons that you mentioned were used against them when they were having their double-digit wins too, and that the coaching wasn't as great, but they still managed to get good recruits. But I think more than anything else, it's the roller coasting of the seasons that are happening right now, because I think that if you're a recruit and you're looking at a program like a Michigan State or a Michigan, bottom line over everything is wins. And if you win, they will come. And the problem that Michigan State is having right now is that they are just having these up and down seasons, in my opinion anyway. That, look what's going on over there, what's happening, and you won't be here. But if, D'Antonio is only going to be here maybe 2 years, maybe, I don't know. But if you're winning, that solves all kinds of problems if you're winning with consistency. So I know it's going to be a real uphill battle to get those major recruits in the state of Michigan unless you have good years. So we battle Michigan, we battle Notre Dame every year, and now you have other programs coming in and making inroads into the state of Michigan, and it's just going to be tougher and tougher to get those good recruits that are in the state of Michigan.
And Coach, you saw in my War Room article, now fundraising is so bad they've had to do, they come out and make a big deal. We're going to do renovations at Scandalaris. Supposed to start in the spring, and those have now been postponed because they don't have the money.
Well, that's winning again. That's alumni. Like that movie, Build It and They Will Come. Win and they will come, and they will donate too. And so if you're not winning, if you're not winning pretty, you're just going to be getting people backing away from the program. So winning solves everything. So that's what you got to do. Oakland Raiders, was it Al Davis? Just win, baby. That's all. Just win.
He is the one, the only, the legendary Coach Chuck Grenier. We will be back. Grenier.